Hello, welcome to ATV Cabs. My name is Andrew and this is Jim, and today we're going to be installing our new cab for the BX80 series Kubota tractor. Here in this small storage area in your garage is 8 components to our new cab. What's great about this is it's roughly 4 feet by 4 feet, 70 inches tall. Very small area that everyone has got this much space somewhere tucked away in the garage to put your cab. So we're going to begin today installing the cab first by installing the back panel. What we're doing here is installing the rear mounting bolts that hold the back panel of the cab to the roll bar. It's very simple. 2 bolts on each side of the roll bar. Good. Keep going. Next, I'm going to grab the door frame for this side of the cab. Simply bring it over, and we'll be plugging it into the front receiver hitch, setting it in the receiver hitch, bringing the back, grabbing one of the rear mounting bolts. Go ahead and put it on, Jim. There's 2 more mounting bolts. They simply slide in, which attaches the door frame to the rear panel. So we've got the rear panel mounted to the roll bar. We've got the right door frame mounted. Jim is installing the left door frame. And as soon as he gets the last bolt in, the next step will be to grab the windshield assembly and install that. Again, the front windshield is bolted on with 3 bolts to the front of the door frame on each side. Now all that's left to do is get the locking nuts on. Both I and Jim on his side are doing the same thing, which secures the windshield to the front part of the door frames. Here I'm installing the front bolt, which mounts the front of the door frame to the front receiver mount. And Jim is doing the same thing on his side. So far, we've mounted the rear panel, the 2 left and right door frames, and the windshield assembly. The next thing we're going to do is install the roof. The rear of the roof locks in place onto the rear panel. The front bolts to the top of the windshield assembly. Right there by you. There, and again, the rear of the roof locks in to the rear panel very easily. In the front corner, left and right, is a mounting bolt that goes through with a flange nut which secures it. Now this here is the lower windshield cover. Other cabs have a hard panel, metal, glass. We also have one, but we've decided that when we've learned how much vibration you get from the hood assembly and the dash against that hard lower panel creates so much noise and vibration inside the cab. And this is why we decided to design a soft panel to seal the lower part of the windshield to the rest of the tractor. The sides here, as you can see, snap on in place. Now, in the hood section of this front lower panel is a shock cord, of which then we reach down and hook here. And Jim on his side will do the same, pulling that shock cord, putting tension on there, allowing the hood and the dash assembly to vibrate and move, but yet have a real nice seal and keep that air tight. And again, versus the hard panels that other cab manufacturers have got, with the hard panel that goes on, because of the shaking and vibration from this part of the hood and in your dash assembly, that vibration goes into the cab and is shaking the cab, is making extra noise inside the cab, and that is why we designed this soft panel. Also has window sewn into it, which is a cold crack window for 40 below zero. It works very well. It's much, much quieter also inside the cab with this type of front lower panel. The next thing we're going to do now is tip the seat back. And I'm going to tighten up all of the mounting bolts. You can use 2 wrenches, a wrench and a socket. This is a handy little powered impact driver, which works very well. So, as simple going to the back. This secures the door frame to the rear panel. I'm going to pass this over to Jim. He's going to do the same. This is a seal here, which seals around your tightening knob and your pivot point in case if you were ever to need to tip your roll bar down, of which with this cab you don't need to do that. If you notice, this door, we've also installed a secondary grab handle, which makes it very easy to lift this door up and install the door in the cab. So as you can see, it's very simple to grab the door, line them up with a pin, We're going to reach inside and grab our strap, which is what stops the door from opening. The door is mounted, as simple as that. In. And right now Jim is doing the same on his side. He's installing his door. Now the last thing I'm going to be doing is going to the roll bar and tightening up the mounting bolts, which secures the rear panel to the roll bar. We have your cab installed in actually a matter of minutes. It's very sturdy, as you can see. The whole idea of this cab is for you to be able to take this cab on and off throughout the season if you need to. A lot of people like the cab off. They like to be on the tractor in the summertime, enjoying the summer, enjoying the warm weather. Come fall, within a matter of minutes, take the cab from a small storage area in your garage, install your cab, and you're ready to go for winter or fall weather. So if you're interested in a new cab for your Kubota BX80 tractor, call 920-731-2555 or go online to our website at atvcabs.net.